this enchanted realm we find our light. Oh, the emerald reverie under starry skies. We dance with the shadows in this ethereal guise. Lost in melody, lost in time. In the emerald reverie, we find our light.
Okay guys, I didn't have the opportunity to talk to you guys when I started this little bit of the project for our craft room redo and organization video. The only thing that I've tackled so far was that little rotating pin holder thing that you saw me work on just a minute ago. And it's not going to go back up there. I have that in a different spot, which I will show you in just a moment. But sorry, I thought I saw my husband pulling up. I was being nosy out the window. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie to you. This is giving me all the anxiety. There's stuff everywhere, and it's just like my ribbon doesn't even fit in the ribbon box anymore. We got a situation, and your girl doesn't want to deal with it because I like my stuff, and I don't want to get rid of anything. So that's where we are right now with this project. We're kind of focusing on this little area because it's causing me a lot of stress right now, and I figure we start working on the stuff that is bothering me the most. I don't know if you guys feel this way. Are y'all emotionally attached to your stuff? Like, I don't want to get rid of my things. I went and I looked for all of these treasures, and I brought them home, and I found things that I love, and I don't want to get rid of them. But when you're having this much trouble accessing all your things, it takes the joy out of being in your craft room. And that's just no fun. I want it to be a space that I like coming to and I like creating in. Especially now that I have you guys hanging out with me, I don't want to be stressed and anxious and things falling all over the place when I'm crafting with you guys. I want it to be a good experience, something that I enjoy. So, enough chatty. Let me get to it. We're gonna work on, I don't know what we're going to work on. Maybe I should just continue with the top and finish that and then move down here. I'm really wanting to do the washi tape just because that would be fun for me organizing my washi. We might do that, or we might go ahead and just buckle down and power through this top section. All right, I'm going to set you guys up and then get to work. I'm gonna grab stuff that is currently sitting in front of my existing systems, and we're gonna go through it together. This is stuff that's just sitting in front and doesn't have a home right now. So I need to figure out, either they don't have a home or I haven't put them back in their home yet. So let's just take a moment to kind of assess this situation. Get these things that are just piled up on the shelves out of the way so that we're functional again. And I feel like that's gonna make me feel a lot better, just getting things that are piled up out of the way. So I'm gonna just pile them up in front of you. But wait, there's more. All right, friends. This is just off of the top shelf, things that were sitting in front of my drawers on the top shelf. This isn't even those bottom two cubbies yet. So let's take this one little bite at a time because it feels stressful to me. So let's get this done. This is a vintage, these are magnets, and I just put them there so I won't lose them. But this is a vintage stamp machine that machine. I guess it is kind of a little machine, but it numbers things. I love this, and I want to have it available to me to use, but it needs a home. So let me think. I've reorganized a little bit of my, I have a little organization system in front of me, and I've taken things out of that to live on my craft cart, which I will show you guys that, but there is room for this to live there now, and it fits just right. So I'm going to sit that over there. It has a home. I'm going to put the magnets back because I know where to find them on there. Tape currently has a home in one of those storage cube containers. It's not ideal because I have to walk all the way over to Chase's side and then pull out the container, find the tape bag, and then choose which tape I want to use. So that's not a system that's working, but for now, that is where the tape is living, and we're just going to put it there. And then when we go to work on those drawers, we'll address the tape issue then and try to figure out where we want it to live permanently. But for today, since we're just putting things away, these already have somewhere they're living. We're just going to put all the tape over there and address it at a later time. Is that all the tape? I think so. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now since I have all the tape in my hands. That's one thing that I find helpful, is not just to move things from one spot to another with the intention of putting it away. Once you have it in your hands, go ahead and physically get up and carry it and put it where it goes. That way it's completely done. It's checked off of our list, and then you have that extra space and room to move around and work. And it kind of gives you a little bit of an endorphin boost to see a little bit of progress happening. And Lord knows I need that right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this away. I'll be right back. All right, we have that done. Let's look and see what we've got. I see a lot of tags hanging out here, a whole bunch of tags. I have a tag drawer that I put all my tags in. It's completely full. These will not fit in there. They will not fit. So, let me just show you. It is a small drawer though. Don't you think? It's kind of small. And these are Tim Holtz specific tags. So maybe these plain tags don't need to go with these. Actually, I think, yeah, these probably don't need to go in there. So we're going to leave Tim Holtz alone and let him have his tags separate and apart, which means we don't have a living space for these again. And I want these to be accessible to me because I like to use tags often. Let me grab down, since we have room to work now. I'm gonna grab down our little storage container that these were all in front of and take a peek and see if we can rearrange anything in here. This drawer has my tape measures and my coin holders, or what are those called? This is nothing, but I like this drawer the way it's set up. It's organized and I can get to things pretty easily, and I know it's in there. I don't want to mess with that one. This one, what is going on here? Okay, so I've got all my little quote chips here. I actually like that. I don't know why these probably just got stuck in there because I didn't know where else to put them. So let's put that in a pile of things that don't have a home and put these back. Now, quote chips, do they need this giant container? Oh, guys. Here's where regular tags are supposed to go. Tags, vellum envelopes, and tiny papers. So we have our vellum envelopes, and then we have tags. And tags. Tiny papers. More tags, tags. Tags, 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 and tags. So, do you see why this is so frustrating? And I wonder if you guys have this problem too. But like every time you want to put something away, you find where it goes. That space is completely full. So you have to address the clutter in this area before you can address clutter in another area. And it's like this cycle, and it's so defeating when you're trying to make progress. What do I need to do right now? Probably tags don't need to live in this container. There's too many things that are assigned to this one little drawer. So let's leave tiny papers and our vellum envelopes in there. That seems to fit pretty well. And I think I have more vellum envelopes that I just bought from Temu. I do. So we're gonna go ahead and put those in there while we have our little container. So that's a good fit for these things. I feel like that is pretty good. We got room to grow. We're gonna put this away, and tags will no longer live in here. I'll change this label. This is where quote chips used to live until I bought more on sale, and now we have them in this big container. Will tags fit in this? No, I don't think that they will. We could put half of our tags in there, but the rest of them, there's no way these are gonna fit. So we need a bigger container. Let's see if we can get our tape measures to fit in here. But see, the thing is, I have more tape measures that I need to add because I just bought a ton of them on Temu. So these will need to go with the other tape measures. Might as well seize the moment, right? So tape measures fit in here, okay? But our coin envelopes or what are these called? These coin papers are not going to fit in here comfortably. But we have a home for tape measures, and I like that they're all together. So this works. We'll put this container away. And I feel like tags are such a big part of what we do that they really do need their own space, and they need to be accessible and easy to reach. Let's just pretend we clean those out and have somewhere to put. Would these fit in here? No. Again, I don't think we would have enough room. So we need a bigger container than this. You know what? I do have a separate container where I put cardboard cutouts. This is the container I was telling you guys about where I keep all my like cardboard die cuts. I'm not sure this is the right solution for this, but it has things like this in there, and then these pop out there. And then it also has some like Tim Holtz stuff down in there. What do you guys think? Would those fit in that category? Although I do think that that category would work to put these in here. I would be able to remember that and be able to pull those out when I need them. I just don't know. This is tough. Because this is prime real estate. This sits right next to my desk, and I can grab these things easily. So things that I use more probably need to go in these. Like tags. These I don't use as often, so it would be okay to put these a little further away in my craft room where they're a little bit less accessible to me. So this would work too. And I think I'm going to do that. At least just for the time being. I think that this might be a good solution. So close your eyes if this is going to bother you. It bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love this. But for now, for today, I think this is the solution for us. And then I'll put this back where it goes. And then we're gonna let tags live here for a little while and see how that works. And if this doesn't work, if I don't like how this system is rolling, then we change it up, okay? if I miss my quote chips being right there, I can always move them back. But it may be that I really love having my tags in here and I don't miss my quote chips. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this works. And these tags actually fit really well in here. I'm gonna leave the tiny ones in their container for now, since I have room for that. We'll keep them kind of contained. So here's where tags are gonna live for now. It might not be where they stay, but for now, this is where we're gonna put these. And we're gonna put that right back in there. I have a feeling these are not gonna live here forever. I don't reach for these as much as the other things, so it might make more sense for me to have something else in this container. For today though, we're just gonna call this good and put it back on the shelf. All right, let's get our poor little orphan things that don't have a home back out here and see what we can do with these guys. These are paint color samples from Lowe's that I got to craft with and actually to make tags with. So maybe these belong in our tags drawer. I believe that would be okay. Oh no, they don't fit though. Do they fit this way? Do they fit anyway? Ugh. I don't love it, but we're going with it. All right, these are my little corner miters. They need to have a place to live that I could get to quickly. I love making these junk journals, and I use these every single time. So I think what I'm gonna do is put these on my little rolly cart next to me over here, and I'll show you that in just a second. And that's where those will live for now. Okay, this guy is a diamond painting kit that I did with the intention of making a junk journal cover out of this, and I still want to do that. And I do have a place where these things live, but I'm afraid he's gonna get messed up. Let me look and see what I can do over here. Oh, actually, I might have a solution. This is also an item I'm gonna make a junk journal cover out of, but I'm thinking, what if we use it to protect the little deer for now? Oh yeah, it fits just right in there. I think that'll work. And then I feel better about putting him in the drawer. He's a little more protected now. So we'll put him down there. These are art projects my little girl made for me. So those are sentimentals. I have a box for those. I'll go ahead and put them away. This is the rest of the diamond painting kit. I don't see myself really needing this, although I really did like having that little wax pen to help me pick things up that are tiny, so I could use that. I think I will keep the little wax pen and the wax that goes with it. My goodness. The reason I was hanging on to these is so that when I make my junk journal, if some of the diamonds fall off of my little deer, I'd be able to replace them. So maybe actually I do need to keep this for a little longer until I make that journal at least. Okay, change of plans. This is staying, but it's a temporary stay. Where would I want to put this? I'm gonna set this one aside and try not to lose momentum. I don't know what to do with that. Tiny papers, they have a home. I'm gonna put them there. This is ephemera. All of this, all of these have homes. I just don't know why they're not there. The tags have a home. This is a little tape measure, so he has a home. Put them away. Are these? These are ephemera that I printed. These are Tim Holtz ephemeras. They just don't fit. Oh, maybe that's why they don't fit in the box. Okay. So a bigger box for these guys. Okay, I do have a box for these. I'm gonna put them away. And these. Do y'all remember these that I bought from Dollar Tree? I think this would be the perfect solution for those. And I wish I had bought every single one of these that they had, because they don't have them anymore. And these things are better quality than the ones at Hobby Lobby. They're a larger size, they're better quality, and I can't find them anywhere anymore. Harry Potter. And then, you know what we could do? I have this for my sweets themed journal. While we're at it, we might as well go ahead and put these things up where they go. I think for now, I'm going to focus on Sweet Themes Journal and Strawberry Shortcake, because those are the things I'm finding the most of right now. Harry Potter is going to stay in there because I'm being a little bit on the lazy side, and I don't really want to deal with that right now. So all of our strawberry stuff is going to go in here. I kind of like this idea of having somewhere that all of these little things can live together. I'm putting this in the Strawberry Shortcake bin. I think it fits really well with that theme. More strawberry. More strawberry. That way there's no question about where these things should go when I buy things for a theme. And it keeps them all together so that when I'm ready to work on this journal, I'll have everything together. All right, and then we've got sweets themed things. And this one. All right. Feeling good about that. And then I'll put these back on the shelf where they were. And these will just be designated containers for our different themed journals. So that worked out well. I like that a lot. And I know I have more things around the craft room that belong in here, so as I find those going through the craft room, we're gonna consolidate all of it to these bags, because I know I've been putting things away, like the coloring books that I bought for Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright. Those are put away with all the coloring books. So when we get to that container to go ahead and de-stash and get rid of things in there, I'll remember to put all the themed things here so that it's all together. Let me put these away. Alrighty, here's what we're left with. This is that little sewing kit that we got in the haul. Where would you guys put this? This could go in the charms, because that's what I'm going to use it for, the charms. The tape measure can go with all my tape measures. This probably should go in my purse, right? That is so cute. I think I'll leave it in this little thing too. That'll go in my purse. This will go with my charms. Okay, this is my craft room sewing kit. And these are my ink daubers. I've got an ink pad. This has a space where it goes. This is a vintage stamp holder that I got at a thrift store a while ago, and this is where I let my little sewing kit live. Here's my pins, they go here. My little sewing kit fits in there, and then all of my daubers go here. And this usually lives up on top of the little organizer up there. But I don't think that I want to do that anymore. I think I want this to live on my rolling cart. So I think I'm gonna move that over there. This is for ink, so I think I'm gonna put it with my daubers. Kind of makes sense in my brain. So I'm gonna put this on the rolly cart. This has a home. No idea where to put this. I should probably put it with the deer, but that drawer is so full, I don't know if I can cram another thing into it. Okay, I did it. I did it. All right, let me show you guys what we've done. It looks a lot better up there. Hey guys, that is amazingly so much more calming. And it feels good to have that part done. So I'm feeling really, really positive about the top section there. I think we did some good work today. Take another look down here because we haven't touched this section yet. We're gonna kind of do the same process as we did the front. I'm gonna pull all the things out from in front of all the shelves, and we're gonna put away those things that don't have a home. We're gonna find a home for them, or rehome them, or donate them, or whatever. And then it'll feel better. We'll be a little less cluttered, and we can reorganize our washi tape. And I have a new drawer system too that we can include here. Okay guys, back to this area. Today we are gonna conquer this first row here. We're gonna follow the same system that we did up there. We're gonna get all of this stuff that's living in front of and around all these little containers and put that away. And then we're gonna work on the washi tape. I've been excited about working on the washi tape for a while, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set you guys up and we're gonna get started. Here's YouTube. I'm gonna set Tim Holtz washies aside because we're gonna put those in a different place. But all of my other washies need to get sorted back into their trays. Okay. Only had to get rid of 2 rolls, so I'll donate those. Look how much better this looks. I'm happy. I put our Tim Holtz washi tape on top of our other washi tape. I moved my crocodile and my paper trimmer over here because I grabbed for those the most. I think I'm gonna move this guy up there and probably put that stuff in there. And move the sewing machine. Maybe I don't need it right there in the way all the time. But that's looking great. I'm happy with our progress so far. The next thing that I've got to tackle are these overfull boxes. So that'll take some time. And I have to address this overflowing scrap bin. Something needs to happen there. But we're doing great. I'm feeling good about this. It's functional again, and that's what I need. So, I'm gonna have to buy a new box because my kitty cats tore that one up completely. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end today. Pretty pleased with our progress. I might just start taking one box at a time and sorting through that on my own. I seriously doubt you guys care to see that. So, I think we're gonna call this area good. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.